What is up, guys? It's your boy Gino, and we did it. We have survived 2021. Woo! Now, it's been a crazy year. So many things happened, good and bad. And I just wanted to do like a recap of all the movies, animes, TV shows, and manga that I watched this year. And I didn't watch every single one of them. These are just the ones I watched personally. So, yeah, guys. Make sure to put your favorite shows and all the other things in the comments, because I'm always curious of what everyone else watched this year and what was the favorite movie of everybody. And the way I'm gonna do it is it's going by each month. So January through December, I'm gonna go through like my favorite movies, and maybe some months have like movies and some don't. So each month is gonna be like different. So just be ready for that. All right, so we got January first, and guys, January was like a long time ago, literally like a year ago. So I'm sure everyone doesn't even remember what movies or anything else came out. But don't worry, there's like a list of like all the movies and shows, etc. So thanks for all those lists that have all the movies. It was kind of hard to find them. So the first movie I watched this year was called The Little Things. This movie is directed by John Lee Hancock, which I never heard of. It is set in the 90s, and it's about these two detectives who are trying to invest these strings of murder that's happening in the city. And they have this one person of interest who may or may not be the killer. And yeah, that's basically the story. So if you're like a fan of murder and mystery, then I think you'll really like this one. It has like really great actors like Denzel Washington. You know, he's always amazing in movies. And then we got Jared Leto. Now I didn't like him in the Joker. He is not a good Joker, but this movie, he did a pretty good job in himself. And yeah, this movie has a lot of twists and turns, a lot of like surprises that you won't see coming. And yeah, guys, out of all the movies that came out in January, I'm glad I picked this one to watch, because all the other ones, they don't really look good. So yeah, let's move on to the next month, shall we? Alright, so February was like a slow month. Now when it comes to anime, I like to watch older ones, like that came out like a few years. Now when it comes to like this year, there's really none that I really liked. Maybe Jujutsu Kaisen, but that one came out 2020. So yeah. Now I'm sure there's like great ones like My Hero and other ones that do like, they always come out, but to think of a new one that came out this year, I didn't really find one, unfortunately. But there's really great ones I watched this year. Like Doctor Stone was actually one I watched this year, and I'm actually gonna make a video about it, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. But yeah, so we move on to March, and I will say the best movie is Godzilla vs Kong. I will say that this is the movie that you had to watch in the theaters. Unfortunately for me, I watched it at home, because you could have watched it in HBO Max. Now that was like a decision I regret ever since, but we were like in tough times at this moment. If we were like in normal times, hell yeah, I would have watched this in the theaters. But it seems like everything's going back to like normal, whatever that means. So I would say, if you have like a good home theater, like with the greatest speakers and a huge screen, then yeah, this is the movie you would love to see. It has like the greatest CGI, and the fighting is amazing. Now the one thing that people always complain is about the people in this movie, because we don't care about the story for the people, honestly. And how does this compare to like other movies like Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters? I don't know, guys. Like, it's been a while since I watched those, so, and I'll say that they're like pretty close to each other. Like, one might have like a better story, one might have a better fighting scene. It all depends, you know. So yeah, that was March for you. Alright, so we're in April, and I would say the one best movie is clearly Mortal Kombat. Now this one has kind of history of the last Mortal Kombat being like the worst video game movie adaptation ever, being like Annihilation. Yeah, let's not ever talk about that movie ever again. But this one, I say it's really great. If you're like the fan of the video games like me, you'll really love it. It has like the fan favorite characters, a lot of references and good action scenes, and really just great. I will say who carried this movie is easily Kano. Yes, guys, Kano carried this movie. Like, this actor like really played this character like really great. And I would say like the worst or disappointing thing would be like the other characters, like Liu Kang. I feel like he really didn't have no personality. Like, he had like really good like shots fired at Kano. Like, that's it though. Everything else was just so boring. He had like no like personality or nothing, and all the other ones as well. So Kano really carried this movie, and really great action scenes. And I would say that there's also a new character called Cole. Yeah, no one really cared about him. I don't know why they added him. So yeah, and out of all the movies, this is probably the best one. So yeah, there's much for it. Alright, so May was one of those months where it had like not the best movies out there, but I would say the biggest ones that came out were probably Fast and Furious. A lot of people really don't like this one no more. Like, it should be called something else than that name for sure. It's very cheesy, corny, and very unrealistic for sure. Now, I didn't watch this one, so I can't really judge it. So yeah, I'm just reading what everyone else said. But I would watch a Fast and Furious movie if they either go to space or there's motherfucking dinosaurs in there. That's right. If they put dinosaurs in there, I'm gonna watch that one like 20 times. I want to see how they pull off that one for sure. But out of all the movies, the only one I saw was The Conjuring, and that was like supposed to be a scary movie, which there's never been a scary movie that scared me ever. It's like, ooh, jump scares. That's all it has for scary movies. So yeah, The Conjuring theme for this best month, yikes. So yeah, May was pretty shit. I don't even want to explain what The Conjuring was. Like, I did have like a couple of notes in here, but nah, it doesn't deserve the notes at. Okay, so June was actually the month where I decided to read some manga. So yeah, guys, manga is actually a new thing for me this year, and I would say it is way better than books. Now, if you like books, that's fine. Don't hit me. Don't kill me, please. If you love books, then that just means that you have a better imagination than I do. Is basically what I'm saying. Because whenever I read a book, I always wish, man, I sure wish it had like pictures in it. And boop, manga existed. So I would say there's have been like a lot of mangas out there for sure. There's always the big names like One Piece. That's never gonna end. My Hero had like a big, huge like chapter, and there's like so many more. But I would say the new one that came out this year that was my favorite was called The Hunters Guild Red Hood. Now this one, unfortunately, guys, got canceled in the same year, which is very sad to see. And if you don't even know what the story is, basically about Velu, and he's trying he's in this world where there's like monsters, and there's like a guild called Red Hood, and this guild are the people who like kill these wolves, and he joins this Red Hood to stop all these monsters. And I'm sure there's like way more that I'm missing, but that's basically the short answer. And yeah, unfortunately this one was not popular in Japan, so that's why I got the axe from Shonen Jump. And in the last chapters were really not that great. They were like really rushed and really like didn't make sense. There was like a lot of plot holes. And honestly, this is like the first video I did that was like manga and anime based. So it sucks to see that your first ever video that you made about like a what you call it, story or whatever, it gets canceled. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this one to give it more like give it more exposure. And who knows, maybe it'll come back one day and the writer can rewrite it the way he wanted to. So yeah, guys, that's June for you. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, July was like a busy month where we have, and the most famous one, Suicide Squad. And out of all those movies I watched, is no debate that Suicide Squad was probably the best movie in this month. This one has like the greatest characters ever with Peacemaker, Bloodsport, I forgot his name, Harley Quinn, like King Shark, and Polka Dot Man, who was my fan favorite. And it has like amazing soundtrack, and the story was just fun all around. It was better than the Suicide Squad they tried to make a few years ago. And yeah, now for the other movies, now I would say Black Widow. Oof. Let's just say, guys, I enjoy Space Jam 2 more than Black Widow. Yikes. Yeah, I just think Black Widow was just so generic, very boring, just nothing really special about it, honestly. And I don't even remember what happened to the story. I don't know that Scarlett Johansson was in there. And I know it was like a spy Russian theme, so. And I would say the bad guy was the worst bad guy I have ever seen in my life. And yeah, I don't know what happened to that movie. The trailer looked way better, but they canceled it like because of the the C word. I can't say it. And a lot of people gave a lot of crap on Space Jam 2. I'm guessing they're expecting like the movie of the year or something like that. But no, when I watched Space Jam 2, I just wanted something that was fun, corny, and had a lot of references to like the basketball, to the old movie too. Now, is it better than the old Space Jam one with Michael Jordan? I'm gonna let you guys in the comments decide that, because I don't want to touch that. Okay, in August there is only one movie I liked, and it's called Reminiscence. Now this is with Hugh Jackman, my dad. I'm just kidding. Not my dad, but I'm just joking, man. He plays this character named Nick Bannister, who is like a detective, and he has this little place where you can like go and see your memories. So it's one of those sci-fi movies. Now there's like one female character that comes in one day to his salon, and one day she goes missing, and Hugh Jackman, he gets really obsessed about this, and he just tries to find the truth about what happened to her. And yeah, that's basically the story. And I don't really remember this one as much, so I can't remember if it was good or not, but I think this one was the best one in that month. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this one, because I truly forgot what it was. Okay, so October, November, I'm gonna talk about just TV shows here, because everything else was basically gaming for these 2 months. And some of these didn't come out in this exact month, but I figured might as well stick to like a month and make it like the subject. So one of the 3 other shows that I must like tell you about is called Invincible. Now this is one of the ones they came out in Prime. I would say the first episode was kind of like very boring, very generic. But wait, guys, whenever you go to that ending, now that's when it gets so good. It's like insane. There's like a lot of gore. There's a lot of violence in it. It is not like a family superhero movie. I would say that it's kind of like that one that Prime has too. I think it's called The Boys. I don't know if that one came out this year. Did that come out this year, guys? I don't remember. It reminds me so much of that show, and it deals with like a kid. I don't remember his name. Honestly, I'm sorry, but it's about the Invincible. He's his son. I don't want to really spoil it, but I'm just gonna say it's really amazing. Now the second one that I watch is called Squid Game. That's right. So this one actually has like the most memes that I have seen around all the entertainment world. Now I didn't know if this was good or people were making fun of it because of the memes or all that, but I would say this one was actually one of my favorite ones too. It has like a lot of like tension in there. There's like a lot of like craziness. There's like a lot of violence too in it. So yeah, I'm a fan of violence in games and entertainment world, not in real life. But yeah, I would suggest you watch this one. And there's like every episode you're just hooked in to watch the next episode to see what happens to like all the characters and stuff. And it's about like a battle royale, I would say. At first, like I hated the characters at first, but then you start to love them like as soon as you see like the episodes. And yeah, this one was a great one. Now I would say the subplot with that one was just like it didn't go nowhere, so it kind of sucked that the subplot was like it was very interesting, but it didn't go anywhere. And finally, the best TV show ever this year is easily Arcane, guys. Now this one is like insane. Has one of the most insane stories I have ever seen. It has one of the most mixed characters. Like I don't even know who's my favorite one, because they all have like their dark little secrets. So they're not all saints. So it's kind of hard to pick like who's the best character. I would say that 2 characters, like they did them dirty, honestly. But yeah, this one's really great. Now I would say the 2 best ones is maybe V. I would say Jinx. She's kind of like a psychopath. Now something happens in the show where like it scars her for life, and this gives her like, I guess like she gets voices in her head. So she reminds me so much of like the Joker, where she's so unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna happen. She might die in one episode and come back from the dead, because she's like a zombie or something. Who knows what she is? But yeah, I think a lot of people like her, and I could see maybe why. She's a good protagonist. And yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on your favorite TV shows. And let's move on to the last month, December. Now there's only one movie everyone's probably anticipating, and it's clearly Spider-Man: Far From Home. Now by the time I'm recording this, it should be coming out tomorrow. So yeah, I'm hoping that one's like a great story, a lot of references from the old movies like Spider-Man, because this one deals with like other dimensions. So we might see like the old Spider-Man gang. Who knows? So we're expecting a lot of high expectation, and I'll say the one I'm really worried about is the Matrix 4. And I saw the trailer of this one, it just didn't really look exciting or interesting in my opinion. So hey, surprise me, Matrix. If you're good, I'll give you credit, okay? And yeah, guys, that's basically the end of this video. And wow, I covered a lot of stuff, and I didn't watch every single TV show, anime, or all the other ones. So let me know your all of your list, and maybe do a top 10 for each category if you want. You know, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but be sure to like and subscribe, guys. And yeah, I'll see you next year.